Slow start. Okay. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the stream. It is the end of the month, and as you know, I always do a Q&A stream at the end of the month. Well, I say always. This is only the second time I've done it, but it will continue to be a regular thing in future. So it's the end of the month Q&A stream. As with my other mobile streams, feel free to ask questions, ask away. But for a little bit of interest, I'm also going to be doing some Lego today. I've got this wonderful set here, which I'm going to be building, the Lego Botanicals Chrysanthemum. We'll get that unboxed and start building that very soon. But yeah, it's the end of the month. It also, by a happy coincidence, it is Trans Day of Visibility today. So, hi, here I am. I'm visible and I'm trans. Happy Trans Day of Visibility. But yeah, it just so happened to coincide with my end of month live stream. Faye says that is beautiful. Thank you, Faye. It is a beautiful set. I'll tell you more about the set in a moment, and then we will start building it. It's a lot smaller than the other sets that I've built on stream. The insect collection behind me there, I actually built that on stream, and it took ages. This set's only got 300 pieces, so it should only take us a little while. But we'll get to that soon. Daniel Foley says, best game that you stream? Good question, Daniel. I think the best game that I stream at the minute is probably Euro Truck Simulator, both because it's a game that I enjoy and it's also a game that other people enjoy. It's one of the more popular games that I stream. So definitely, I would say Euro Truck Simulator. There's plenty of other great games that I stream, and I love all of the games that I stream, of course. But I think Euro Truck definitely does the best and also is a lot of fun to play. So that'd be my answer to that question, Daniel. Thanks for asking. So, the plan is, as I say, we are going to build the Lego Botanicals Chrysanthemum. But before we do, I want to tell you a little bit more about the Botanicals range, because there are actually 4 sets in this range, and I've got 3 of them. So the first set in the range is the Plum Blossom. This one is the oldest set in the range, and I was lucky enough to get this as a Christmas present from my brother last year. Here it is. Absolutely gorgeous flower there. And it's got this lovely little decorative pot that it's in. Absolutely gorgeous set. But I've always wanted to get the other sets in the range as well. So the second set in the range is the Chrysanthemum, which my sister got me for my birthday, which was last week. So thank you very much for that. I'm not going to say her name on stream, but thank you very much, sister, for getting me this one. And the other 2 sets in the range, I have one of. We've also got the Lucky Bamboo, which I have right here. There it is. I also got this one last week for my birthday with a little bit of money that I got from some grandparents. So that's the 3rd set in the range. And then again, there's one more set in the range, the Mini Orchid, but I don't actually have that one just yet. I would love to get it just to complete the set. But as of right now, we got 3 of the 4. Kiwi Boy says, have you got the bonsai one? I've been looking to try it, but it is quite pricey. Yeah, I think Lego in general these days, very, very expensive. I don't have the bonsai tree. I do have a friend who got it, and he did comment about some of the instructions were a little bit tedious, mostly the leaves, because every individual leaf on the bonsai tree is actually a little Lego frog. But it is a fantastic looking set. So, maybe I think it might actually be on my wish list on the Lego website. But yeah, I don't have the bonsai tree, but it is definitely a very nice set. Okay, excuse me a second. But yeah, so the plan is like I say, there are 4 sets in this range. I currently have 2 of them, and this is the 3rd, so I'm going to build this in today's stream, and then hopefully in future I'll get the orchid as well, and that will complete the set. In fact, if you look on the box here, there's little icons for the chrysanthemum, the orchid, that's the plum blossom, sorry, the orchid and the bamboo, so this one is the only one of the 4 that I don't yet have. But I am going to open this up now, and then I'm going to move the camera so that you can actually see my desk, so you can actually see me build it. Obviously, we'll continue the Q&A as we build as well, so by all means do get those questions in. Kiwi Boy says, I'm sure someone said the chrysanthemum one is upside down bananas. It is, and in fact, there's a one-to-one picture of the banana, so it is actually made of recoloured banana pieces, which I think is incredible. I love it when Lego use pieces in creative and unusual ways. But yes, this is made of little banana pieces that are orange. So let's pop it open. I will move the camera in just a second, but first of all, let's just open it up. So like many recent Lego sets, they are now using paper bags instead of plastic. And I think there's 2 bags. Oh, there's 3 bags. Okay. Bag 2 is the smallest. And there we have the instructions. There we go. And there's the box. There's also a diagram on the back of the box that tells you how tall and wide the flower is. So this set's 26 centimeters tall and 10 centimeters wide. And once again, it is accompanying the plum blossom and the bamboo. So once I've built that, we will have all 3 of these sets ready to display. Let me put the boxes to one side. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera around now. I'm going to pop the camera down here. There we go. And hopefully, maybe if I adjust my chair slightly. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Hopefully that gives you a good view of the desk and you'll be able to see as we build. I'm going to put bags 2 and 3 to one side, and we will, of course, start with bag 1. Are you from Derby, says JCD43. Sorry about the noise of the paper ripping. I'm not from Derby, no, I'm actually from Doncaster. Okay, so there's big bag 1, and inside, obviously, there's a little mini bag as well, with just the smaller bits in it. Ooh, try not to lose any. Oh dear. There's quite a few bits in there. So by the looks of it, bag 1 is going to be the pot, the actual flower pot. Bag 2 will be the stalk, and then bag 3 will be the flower itself. And as I said earlier, the other sets in this range, they have these beautiful decorative pots that they're in. That's the plum blossom one, and then the same here for the bamboo one. Lovely matching set of pots, and the chrysanthemum is the same. But yeah, bag 1, I believe, is going to be the pot. So let's get to it. Hannah says, love the posters. Would you mind asking what's on them? Those posters behind me there, Hannah, those are from the collector's edition of Farming Simulator 25. Previously, I had the posters from Farming Simulator 22 up there, but obviously 25 is the most recent game. It just came out a few months ago. One of them is a poster of all the different crops and productions that you can create in the game. That one there is a list of all the different production buildings. And then there's a third one behind me. And that one's actually a crop calendar that tells you what time of year to plant different crops in the game. How long does it usually take you to build a set, says Ob? Well, obviously it depends on how many pieces the set has, and it also depends what I'm doing while I'm building. So obviously, right now, I'm also talking to you guys and answering questions in chat and stuff like that, so it'll take me a little bit longer than it would if I was building it on my own. The last set that I built on stream was the insect collection. That had over 1,000 pieces, and it took me a full 3 hours to get through it on the stream. This one only has 300 pieces, so hopefully if I keep good time, we'll get it done within the first hour of the stream. Bear in mind that we are already 15 minutes into the first hour, so I've got to get a move on. Okay, so like I said earlier, this is the beginnings of the plant pot that we're doing right now. They all start out pretty much the same. And actually, hold on, I can show you. Even though the two pots are different, the base, the actual, the legs at the bottom of the pot, they're exactly the same on all the sets in the range, even though the rest of the pot is a different shape. And you'll see when this is built as well, the pot's a different shape, but the legs are exactly the same. Ob says, I'm not going to lie, you're quite entertaining to watch. Thank you, Ob. That's very kind of you to say so. Okay, these here. I must say it's nice as well to be building full-size Lego for a change, because I've received quite a lot of non-Lego builds recently. For example, my brother also got me... Oh, hold on, I've lost a piece. Oh, shit. There we go, I found it. Yeah, my brother also recently got me this set, which is way, way smaller. You can see the studs in there. It's like Lego, but way, way smaller. Very, very fiddly to build. And as lovely as that is, brilliant, beautiful little flower, it's nice to be building with the full-size Lego again. It's a lot less fiddly. Okay, on we go. Turning it upside down now. Afternoon, what are you playing today, says Catman Charlie. No games today, Charlie. We are doing a Lego build. We're building the Lego Chrysanthemum. There it is. Lou says, is that the Tiny Plants Botanical Collection? This that I'm building right now, yes, is the... what I'm building right now is the official Lego Botanical Collection. This one, I'm not sure what the brand is or what range it is or anything like that. But like I say, this one was a gift from my brother. But this that I'm building right now is the official Lego Botanical Collection. Kiwi Boy says, I got one off AliExpress, but it was tiny, still fun to build. Yeah, they are very fun to build, the smaller sets. It's just they're a lot more fiddly than regular Lego. I've got another set that I'll show you later. It's a massive, like, Japanese temple, but it's made entirely with those really tiny, fiddly bricks, and it looks absolutely gorgeous, but it was a bit of a pain in the arse to build. ETS tomorrow, says Ob. Yes, I will be playing some more Truckers MP on Euro Truck tomorrow. Thank you for following, Lily. Nikki says, what games do you play beside you? I play quite a lot of games. As you can see here, I've got setup, got a steering wheel there. I've got my setup really is designed for simulator games. I play lots of simulator games, Farming Sim, Euro Truck, Train Simulator, that kind of stuff. And my setup is specifically designed for driving simulators. Oh, hold on. Nearly put that on the wrong way then. Okay, there was another question as well that I think I missed. Beautiful, your voice is deep. Is there a voice change filter on? No, unfortunately, that is my real voice. So, as you may have guessed, I am transgender. I went through male puberty, so I do have quite a deep voice, which unfortunately I can't do much about, other than, you know, voice train, which eventually might make a difference. But I'm kind of stuck with this voice for now. It is what it is. Okay, we're getting the legs on now. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend. No worries, no worries. No offence taken. If you don't ask questions, you don't get answers, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, as long as people are respectful in the questions that they ask me, I don't mind answering questions at all. That's what I'm here for, you know? Okay, I accidentally put this piece in upside down, so I'll just correct that. Oh dear, now they won't go back in. Okay, so we got a little bit of snot going on here, or studs not on top. You can see those are upside down. So the actual stalk of the plant's going to be the other way round, which is interesting. Jack says, Farming Sim, big fan. Yes, as you can see, big Farming Sim fan. I've got the posters there. Got the ignition lock here and the beacon light here from the collector's editions of 22 and 25. Big fan of Farming Simulator, always have been. I think the first Farming Sim that I played, I believe, was 15, which I had on the PS4. I have played the older ones since then, but the first one that I played was 15. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I see what the upside down bits are for now. The upside down bits are for this big dome shape. So we got these 4 very big quarter dome pieces. And when we put them together, we get a big old dome like that, but it actually goes upside down on the build. Like that. Lovely. What are your pronouns? She, her. Thanks for asking, Daith McGrory. Always love the live streams. Thank you very much, Finn. Sorry if the camera occasionally shakes, by the way. That's because I'm touching my phone to read the chat. Okay. These. Okay. So it's coming along nicely. I'll put that there so you can actually see it as I build. Have you got an undercut, says Jax. I don't know what an undercut is, Jax, I'll be honest with you. If it's something to do with hair, you're asking the wrong person, to be honest, because I'm not I'm not a hair expert. I don't really do anything with my hair apart from grow it. It's just I just leave it as it is, really. Are you family supportive? Says user 612350760878. Yes, my family are incredibly supportive. Thank you for asking. My parents were. I've said it before, but I always think my parents were kind of less surprised than I was expecting when I came out. I think they kind of had their suspicions already, so it wasn't really the biggest shock to them. They took it very well. And my dad in particular has been a very vocal supporter of mine over the years, so big love to Dean, my dad. Sorry, my name is Melanie. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Melanie. Jack says it's where you shave the hair under the top layer. Can see you've got your sideboard shaved. Oh yeah, I do shave my sideburns, but that's about it. I just don't like having them. But yeah, I don't do anything else with my actual on top of the head hair. Like I say, I literally just let it grow, wash it every few days to keep it nice and silky smooth. As you can see, it's actually not perfect at the minute. But yeah, I don't really do anything with my hair apart from wash it and comb it. And that's it. And here it is. Big up Dean, says Kiwi Boy. Yes, big respect to Dean, my father, and one of my biggest, most vocal supporters. Love him. I'll show you my birthday present from him soon as well, later in the stream. We'll do a little bit of a room tour later, and you can. I'll show you around. Oh, hold on, I've missed something here. When did you come out? Says Dyth McGrory. I came out in 2021, June or July, I believe it was. So coming up on 4 years now. My public coming out was October of 2021, so about 3.5 years ago. But I came out to like my family and friends in July of that year. So I've been out for about 4 years. And I've been growing my hair for a little bit longer than that. I started growing my hair at the end of 2020. So I've been growing my hair for a bit over 4 years at this point. Okay, the pot is starting to come together nicely now. We got some nasty bits on the inside that are going to be covered up. The red bits are not going to be visible when it's done, but you can see the gold stripe appearing now, and obviously the other sets in the range have the same gold stripe across the middle of the pot. And I think, oh yeah, this is where we cover up the red bits. There we go. And then we'll have a nice solid gold stripe all the way around. There we are. And then we just need to cover up the top bit, which we need these pieces for. Oh, one of them's got... That's really annoying. One of the bricks, you won't see it on the stream, but one of the bricks has got a tiny little scuff mark on it. Oh, that's really going to bug me. I'm going to have to make sure that's at the back when it's built. And looking pretty good. I love this shape, by the way. I love the way that this curves. I think Lego has gotten better and better at making curved pieces over the years, you know, and, you know, compared to 20, 30 years ago when it was all just squares, this is really cool. Okay, so a little bit more of the pot to build. We need this pretty unique looking brick. Very interesting one. Thanks for following, by the way, Faye. And thanks for following Was Up, who also says, "You're handsome." Thanks very much. Okay, so these go... Oh, they go in here, right. There we go. And then that goes inside there. And then these pieces, I have never seen these before. I've seen the shorter red ones, but this is a really weird shape. It's slightly thinner in the middle. It's kind of shaped like a fuse, like an electrical fuse. Never seen that piece before. Interesting. But we got a couple of those. And the red rod. Down the middle. There we go. And I think, oh no, a little bit more. Lots of orange circles. There we are. Oh, and these curved pieces. There's way more curved pieces than I was expecting with this one. There we go. And then this goes on top of there. And then the whole thing goes on top of there. And that is the finished pot. This is fantastic. I love this. Again, all the other sets in the range also have similar pots. There's the bamboo, and there's the plum blossom. And all the pots are a different shape, but they're all matching, which is really cool. They've all got the exact same legs, but then the actual pot itself is very slightly different in all of them. But this is really cool. I actually love that they're not identical, but they're all the same style, so they're matching, but they're not too similar to each other. That's really great. Let's put these back to one side now. And that is the first bag done, so we need to move on to bag 2 now. And bag 2 is pretty tiny, just for reference. This is bag 1, and this is bag 2, so quite a lot smaller. I have a feeling that bag 2 is just going to be the stem, and then bag 3 will be the actual flower on top. But let's find out. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of orange and a lot of dark green. And there's no mini bag inside this bag. Okay, starting off with a few yellow rods in the top there. I'll try and keep the pot where you can see it. Because a mistake that I made with the Lego Minecraft crafting table is that for half of the stream, the actual build was off the screen. This time I'm going to try and make sure that the flower is always visible on stream, because otherwise, what are you here for? What are you actually looking at? You know? Luke says, you look like your name should be Angie or Angarad. Thanks, I guess. I don't know if that's a reference to something. But sure. There we go. And then red one. Are you seeing my question, says Asta Philpott. I have not seen a question from you, Asta. No, I'm sorry. Certain questions will get automatically filtered. That's beyond my control. That's, you know, TikTok has like an auto-moderate feature. You know, by all means, try and rephrase the question. Adam says, you're cute, number. Thanks, Adam. No, I'm not going to give you my number, but thanks for the compliment. Okay, oh, this is a bit of a... I need to have it facing me so that I can copy the instructions properly. So this goes this way. And then this one goes that way. Oh, and then we need these tiny little grey Technic pins. Around here. Do you ever play FIFA, says Harvey? I don't play FIFA, Harvey, no. It's I'm not really interested in football. Never have been, to be honest. It's just not my cup of tea. There we go. And then 2 of these little dark green leaves. Okay. And they go there and there. Lovely. Just make sure that they're properly oriented. What you're building, says Zeno. We are currently building the Lego Botanicals Chrysanthemum. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. As you can see, we're currently on the stalk. Harvey says, Lego's not my cup of tea, to be honest. That's fair enough. Everyone has a different cup of tea, I guess, you know. But it takes all kinds, you know. I mean, if we all liked the exact same things, things would be pretty boring, wouldn't they, really? There we go. I think we're done on this page. Okay, so now the big leaves come in. There we go. We got 2 of these. And then 2 of these little ones as well. There we go. So there's 1 leaf. By all means, keep the questions coming, by the way. Like I say, this is supposed to be a Q&A stream as well, so if you've got anything that you want to ask me, go right ahead. Any questions at all, could be about Lego, could be about me, you know. It is Trans Day of Visibility, I'm here to be visible, so anything you want to know, ask away, and I'll do my best to answer. Do I play Farming Sim with fans, says Zara? Yes and no. I do have a multiplayer Farming Sim server, which you can join right now if you're interested, but I haven't been on it for months. I really want to get back into it. I haven't really played much Farming Sim at all in the last couple of months, to be honest, but I want to get back into it, and I do want to get back into the multiplayer server as well. So yes, there is a multiplayer server. I might be relaunching it and starting a new map, but I would definitely like to do more multiplayer Farming Sim. That's looking pretty good. Are you an actual farmer, says Ollie? I'm not an actual farmer, no. I have grown up on and around farms. My granddad was a farm worker. He used to take me with him to work on the weekends. Every Saturday, I used to go to work with my granddad on the farm. I say work, obviously I wasn't doing any actual work. I was just sort of sat there in the tractor while he did the work, but it was very fun. So, you know, like I say, I've been on and around farms for most of my life, which I think is where that interest has come from. But yeah, some great childhood memories of going to work on the farm with my granddad. Okay, this is an interesting little bulb there. Do your family support you being trans, says Ollie? Yes, my family are incredibly supportive. Thank you for asking. Like I say, my parents have been there for me every step of the way. My dad in particular has been a very vocal supporter of mine. And just the whole family in general, honestly, have been so great about it. My brothers and sisters have been great about it. My grandparents and, you know, extended family have been great about it as well. I was very surprised, actually. Not that I was expecting my family to not be accepting, but I was surprised at how readily they did accept it. Because I was expecting at least a bit of backlash, you know, from some obscure corner of the family. But there's been none at all. Every family member that I've encountered in the last 4 years has been really supportive about me being trans, which is incredible. And I'm so grateful to have a very supportive family around me. Okay, that is starting to look pretty good. So these are the centers of 2 of the chrysanthemums, and then there's one larger flower on the top. And I think we might actually be building one of the smaller flowers now. So let me just put that just to one side so you can still see it, but you can also see the bit that I'm building right now. The Temple of Matthew Shepherd, thanks for following. Much appreciated. Okay, I'm loving the colours here, by the way. This is not... this orange here is not the usual Lego orange. This is standard Lego orange. This is a sort of darker orange. I don't know the exact name of the colour, but it's an absolutely beautiful dark orange. It maybe just looks like regular orange on the stream, but in real life, absolutely gorgeous colour. There we go. And this is a really weird brick as well. I think this is a specially molded brick, which is unusual to see in like a smaller Lego range. But if I hold out to the camera, it won't focus very well. But that top piece there, that yellow piece on the top, is specially molded, and I imagine probably just for this set, which is quite a sight. And we put these little yellow peg sort of pieces around it. How much was the set? Says Harvey. The set was $24.99. All the sets in the Lego Botanicals range are not the larger botanical collection, but the Botanicals specifically are all the same price. So this one here, the Plum Blossom, that was $24.99. The bamboo here, that's also $24.99. The one that I'm building now is $24.99, and the other set, the Mini Orchid, which unfortunately I don't have yet, that's also $24.99. So if you want to get all 4 sets, it will set you back £100 or £96, £99.96 to be precise, which for Lego is not bad, to be honest. Lego as a whole is quite expensive. These sets are not the worst offender when it comes to price, to be honest. I think these are quite reasonably priced compared to certain other Lego sets that are available at the moment. Okay, let's get these petal pieces put on. The sets are so cute. Thank you, May. I agree. Very, very cute sets. I love cute Lego sets. You know, you've seen the rest of my Lego collection. Most of the sets are specifically sets that are very cute. I'm not really into like the Marvel sets and stuff like that. I like the more decorative sets, the sets that you can use as display pieces, and these are definitely that just makes a gorgeous display piece, and same with this one. Zara says, are you bi? Good question, Zara. I would consider myself to be pansexual, which is similar to bisexual. It's a whole intricate web of stuff that I don't want to go into right now, because inevitably, whenever you try to talk about pansexuality, it starts a whole argument. But it's similar. Let's just say that it's similar to bisexuality, but not quite the same. Yes, I know, Pan, says Zara. Good. You don't need me to explain then, thankfully. Okay, and then there's another layer of these. This is looking gorgeous, by the way. Gender, says George Shenton. I don't know if that's a question or not, George, but if it was a question, my gender is woman. I'm a trans woman. There we go. I like these pieces as well. I think they're like knife blades. They've been used as knife blades before in other sets. No Minecraft Monday, says Oscar. Not today, Oscar. I'm very sorry. I think there is going to be a Minecraft Monday next week, though. Now that we're finished with Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, I can focus on my other games a little bit more. I didn't want to be playing too many games at the same time, which is why I took a bit of a break from Minecraft while I was playing Stranger's Wrath. But now that we've finished Stranger's Wrath, I will be focusing a bit more on Minecraft next month. So expect to see some Minecraft Mondays coming in April. Okay, look at that. That is gorgeous. I don't know if they're supposed to be closer together, though. I think they might. I think it's supposed to be a little bit more closed in at the top, like that. Or maybe that's a bit too closed in. Maybe I've gone too far the other way now. But we'll see. We can always, you can adjust these. We can, peel them back a little bit if they're not quite right. But that is absolutely gorgeous. And that goes on. Where does that go on? Oh, wait. What? Have I done something wrong? I think I might have. Oh yeah, so this stalk here was actually supposed to be a little bit lower down. That was supposed to be down here, because this is where this goes now. Oh, or it would do if I'd remembered to put this yellow rod piece in the bottom, which I didn't. There we go. That goes on there. And look at that. There's our first flower on the set. Looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't think these two actually do have anything on them. I think these are supposed to be just like bulbs that haven't fully developed. But that's the first flower. And then there is another larger flower that's going to go on the top. I'm just going to open these out ever so slightly, because I think it looks a little bit better with them opened out. There we go. That's gorgeous. That is beautiful. Surprised you're not gaming today, says Dre Dog, the Explorer and Collector Guy. I actually do a few non-gaming streams. When I first started TikTok, all of my streams were non-gaming streams. Then I kind of got a little bit too into the gaming side of it, and I've been trying to do more non-gaming streams because I feel like I've been focusing too much on the gaming-related stuff recently. So do expect to see more streams like this in future, because I do want to do more of this kind of stuff away from my computer. I say that as I'm sat right next to my computer, but away from my computer in the sense that I'm not on it right now. Anyway, we're on to bag 3, which is the final bag, so we are very nearly done with the set. I think bag 3 is just the big flower on the top there. Let's get it open. Do you like cheese, says Harvey. I do like cheese, Harvey, and fun fact, my first word was actually cheese. There's a fun fact about me. That's 100% the truth. The first word that I ever said when I was about 1.5 was cheese. So there you go. Fun fact about me. You're my inspiration to be a better person. Thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. Thank you very much. Oh, and we got the bananas. The bananas are in this bag. Lovely. And there is a plastic bag. Interesting. We got a plastic bag here. Where's the plastic bag alarm? Zara says, Trans Visibility Day, is there any celebration? I'm not really doing anything to celebrate, apart from, I guess, this live stream. But I think celebrations will be going on for, just depends if people want to organise them or not. I don't think really much celebration is usually done because, we have Pride Month for the big celebrations. Trans Day of Visibility is more just about trans people, just being visible. It's just about people saying, here I am, hello. I haven't really heard about it, says Zara. To be honest, I didn't really know it was a thing until last year. Was the first time I really heard about Trans Day of Visibility. And like I say, it's not really a big thing. It's just, it's just a day of appreciation, really. Also, just want to quickly mention, I think this is a steering wheel, this piece here. This looks a lot like a steering wheel, which is interesting. Dre Dog says, are you planning on doing other Lego builds? So The thing about the Lego builds is I do have a lot of Lego. I love building Lego. I love collecting Lego. But I don't build all of my sets on stream. Because I want something to build, just in my own time, right? I want something just for me, just quality time for myself. For example, the bamboo here, which I also bought last week, I built this by myself. But I do also like to do some stuff on stream. So in future, I will do more Lego building on stream. I've previously built the Lego Minecraft crafting table on stream and the Lego Ideas insect collection, which I'll show you both of those later on. But yeah, like I say, I don't build all of my sets on stream, but it is nice to build a set on stream every now and then. And it just gives me something to do in the background while I'm answering your questions as well. So, keep those questions coming. Okay, another one of these little moulded pieces. 1 second. Oh, and here's the bananas, by the way. There's the banana pieces. So that one is yellow, like a real banana, but there are plenty of the orange banana pieces as well. You can see the colour difference there. And there's quite a few of the orange ones in this build. Like I say, I always find it really interesting when Lego uses pieces for creative, in creative ways. So it's interesting that bananas are being used as petals in this build. Hey, how are you? Says Blue. I'm fine, thank you, Blue. How are you doing today? Thank you for following Thomas. Okay, where am I? Sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. Next page. There we go. A few more of these. I'm not a big fan of this colour, this sort of pale yellow, but I understand why it's being used here. Obviously, the centre of the flower's a little bit more pale than the outer petals. Because at the centre, I could be wrong on this, I'm not a botanist, but I think the petals in the centre are the older ones because it grows outwards, so the outer petals are the newer, fresh ones, and then the more pale coloured petals in the middle, they're the older ones. Blue says, I'm fine, thanks. Always wanted to try one of these Lego flower bouquets. The Lego Botanical Collection, absolutely incredible. Like I say, I also have these two sets, the Plum Blossom and the Bamboo. They're all fantastic sets. I've also got the Lego Daffodils, which I've got downstairs on top of my piano. And you'll probably have seen them if you've watched any of my piano videos. You'll have seen them in the background. But yeah, big fan of the Lego Botanicals range. I think it's just so incredible that you can build realistic looking flowers out of Lego. That's how much Lego has advanced, It's really cool. Hey Saul, how's it going? Says nobody knows. It's going good. Nobody knows. How are you doing today? Draydog says the actor that played Donna's daughter is the very first trans actor in Doctor Who. That's not actually true, Draydog. I think she's the first trans actor to play a trans character, because obviously Yasmin Finney is trans and the character of Rose Noble is also trans. But there was actually a non-binary actor in an earlier episode in a very minor role called in an episode called Sleep No More. I honestly can't even remember the actor's name, unfortunately, because it was literally a blink and you'll miss it sort of role. But there was one previous character who very briefly appeared. But yeah, I think Yasmin Finney is the first notable character, the first notable actress, the first notable character to be played by a trans woman. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, that took a minute to get out. Okay, back to the build. Oh, there's 3 colours of banana, apparently. Oh, there is! Okay, there's actually 3 different banana colours, as you can see. That's going to make things a little bit confusing. Fortunately, there's a handy diagram to make sure that you're using the right colour. So we want the yellow ones right now. There we go. We want to make 8 of these little assemblies with the little clip on the top. There's 2. There is 3. Do you live on your own, says Draydog? I don't, Draydog, no. I live with my younger brother and his girlfriend. The same brother who bought me this, by the way. This was a gift from him. I couldn't afford to live on my own, to be honest. But no, like I say, I live with my brother and his girlfriend. Okay, that's 5. That's 6. Oh, whoops. That's 7. Hunchback says, I'm sorry, but if I was your brother, I'd be secretly heartbroken. I mean, he chose to live with me, so, you know, I don't think he's that bothered, to be honest. And that's 8. Also, I really don't appreciate people putting words in the mouths of other people, you know? I really don't appreciate it when people are like, oh, I bet your brother secretly hates you. Like, no, you don't know my brother. I know my brother, and I know that he doesn't hate me. So, thanks for your concern. He's very happy and supportive of me, as are everyone else in my family. And 7 and 8. Oh, I've put that one on the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so that's the first little layer done. We close those in, but not all the way. It's going to be very hard to get these the exact right distance in. It makes a little claw. There we go. Have you been to Brighton before, says Harry. I have not been to Brighton, unfortunately. I'd love to go to Brighton. Obviously, I'm well aware that it is like the queer capital of the UK. And I do have a friend who lives in Brighton, but I haven't had a chance to visit him yet. But yeah, I've always wanted to go to Brighton. I just haven't been yet. Obviously, it's quite far for me who lives in Doncaster, way up in the north. And also, it's very hard to get from Doncaster to Brighton without going through London, which is very expensive. I mean, technically, you could go like all the way over to Bristol and then down to like Portsmouth and then across to Brighton, but that'd probably cost just as much as going through London at that point. So, I don't know. It's not a cheap place to get to when you live, like, basically, here's Doncaster, here's Brighton, here's London, right slap bang in the middle. If you want to get there, you have to go through London. I don't have a problem with London, it's just very expensive if you want to travel anywhere via London. Okay, these go down here. There we go. And these are the middle orange coloured ones. There we go. Yeah, that's right. And then, okay, this next step calls for me to make 18 sub-assemblies, which are basically just that. I need to make 18 of those. 2. Wrong piece. Keep the questions coming, by the way. This step's going to take a while. 3, 4, 5. How long has it took so far to build that? Says Jibs69. I've been building for about 45 minutes, and we're very nearly done. Like I did predict that it would take about an hour, and it seems that it has taken that long. Like I say, if I was building on my own, it'd probably take like half of that time. But because I'm stopping and starting to read comments and stuff like that, it does take a little bit longer. But yeah, I think we'll be done with this in the next sort of 10-15 minutes. And then we'll just do the usual Q&A style stream from that point. Might do a room tour, because everyone loves when I do room tours. And certainly I'd like to show you the rest of the Lego, because at this point, there's like twice as much Lego as there was last time I did a tour of my room. So I'd like to show you all the new bits and pieces. But we'll get to that. I've also lost count of how many of these I've built. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Keep going. 13. 14. 15. 16. Oh, I've made one in the darker colour. Oh dear. Okay, redo that one. 17. And 18. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There we go. Doncaster's only a 2 or 3 hour drive from me, says Draydog. I mean, Doncaster's fairly central. It's actually, if you were going from the very north of Scotland down to the very south of like Cornwall, Doncaster is pretty much slap bang in the middle of the country, and it's also quite central from east to west coast as well. So it's a very, very centrally located city. Okay, let's get these 18 little bits on then. Do these all go on that yellow ring? They do. Which means... Hold on. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be a very fiddly step, because we're popping these on. What's happening is we're clipping these onto this little yellow ring, but we've already put some pieces on the upper orange ring, so quite a delicate step. Okay, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be a bit of a pain to space these out properly. But I'll do my best. I can always adjust them a little bit off stream, as long as they're on there. That's all we're worried about for the purposes of this stream. Can do some fine tuning off camera. Before I get the footage for the Lego tour. This is going to be... I am doing another Lego tour video, by the way. Should be coming out on Friday. But it does depend how long it takes me to capture all the footage. Because as mentioned before, I've got quite a lot of new sets since the last stream. Since the last video, sorry. Oh, I've done... Oh, what have I done wrong here? Okay, I think we need to rewind a little bit. Let me just pop all of these off. So there should be 18 of these and 2 already on there from the previous step. Okay, so 1 there and 1 there. That's right. Then there needs to be 1 more on the corner, on the 90 degrees. Thanks for the heart me, by the way, Draydog the Explorer. It's very kind of you. And okay, so then we need to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we need to fit 4 of these into each quarter of this sub-assembly. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, we got it. Thanks for the flame heart as well, Draydog. Oh god, this is delicate. Move that over a bit. Oh, give up, TikTok. Happy to support my favourite streamer. Thanks, Draydog. Okay, we're getting there. We're about halfway around the ring now. I think I'll definitely be redoing this step off camera though, just to make sure that they're all in the exact right positions, because it's very delicate, very fiddly. But altogether, there should now be 20 of these orange bananas around the centre. 4 of them... Okay. I'm not sure how... Maybe they should be random, actually. Maybe it's good that they're not exactly lined up. Maybe they do need to be a little bit more randomized in their positions. If we do that, there we go. We end up with this flower. It actually makes a bit of a hexagon shape there. That wasn't intentional, but there we go. And there's still 8 more bananas to make, so let's pop this here for a second. And now we use the dark orange ones, along with these red studs. We need to make 8 of these. There we go. I bet you save up all the gifts for a takeaway for yourself and your brother, says Draydog. I have done that in the past, actually. I have on at least one occasion, I distinctly remember, I fancied a takeaway, and I looked at my TikTok live rewards, and I thought, oh, I'll if I claim that money now, I can get a takeaway. So yes, I have in the past used your gift donations to buy myself a takeaway. Thanks. It was delicious. There we go. 7 and 1 more makes 8. I believe this is the last step of the build. So we now put these pieces on the lowest ring. Again, tricky step, delicate step. But when it's done, we've got the complete flower. And then we just close these in just a little bit. Let's go to about there. Pop this on top. Oh, hold on. I've missed a small step there. There we go. Just remedy that. And then that goes there. And it's done. It's finished. There is the Lego Botanicals Chrysanthemum. Absolutely beautiful build. Again, the little petals in the middle will definitely need a little bit of adjustment just to make them a little bit more even. But you can see there's the top petal, the top flower, sorry. I love the little flower to the side as well. That's really cool. And yeah, above all else, my favourite bit is that it matches now with the plum blossom and the bamboo. And there we go. That's 3 of the 4 sets in this range. The only set that I don't have from this range now is the mini orchid. Is there a picture of that somewhere, just so that I can show you what it looks like for future reference? I don't know. It exists. There is a 4th set in this range, the mini orchid. But here we go now. There's the plum blossom. There is the lucky bamboo. And finally, there is the chrysanthemum. These are all amazing. These are all absolutely beautiful. I have these all around the house. The plum blossom currently I keep on top of my piano. This bamboo I keep in a cabinet at the top of the stairs. And this one I think might even get a spot on the dining table in the kitchen. Because it's as delicate as it was to build, I think this is actually the most stable of the sets. I can turn this one upside down and it won't fall apart. Whereas these two will definitely fall apart if I turn them upside down. Not least of all because they do actually have loose bricks in the pots there. So let's just put those safely back to one side. But yeah, I would say out of the 3 sets, this is probably the most stable. So this one is probably the one that's going to go somewhere like the kitchen table, you know, dining room table, somewhere like that. And the other ones are in slightly safer places where they won't get knocked about as much. But yeah, that is the Lego building portion of the stream over. So let me just move my camera back to the main position. Let me pop the camera back up there. And here again, you can see that is the flower that we built in today's stream. There we go. And once again, there's the plum blossom, and there is the bamboo. Okay, I'm just quickly going to just tidy up the recycling, the waste paper and the boxes, so just bear with me 1 second. There's the bamboo. There's the chrysanthemum. And there's the plum blossom. I am going to actually keep the boxes. I always keep the boxes of my Lego sets because if I ever need to move the sets in one go, like if I move houses or something like that, it's good to have the original boxes to pack them away in so that they, you know, so that I know exactly where they all are. So I will be keeping all the boxes. But then the rest of this is just paper recycling. With the exception of one plastic bag, So this set has 5 paper bags and 1 plastic bag. And obviously, I always keep the instruction books as well, because if the set gets broken, I need to know how to rebuild it. So there we go. I'll keep that as well. Okay, so let me just pop these boxes here. In fact, give me 2 seconds. Let me just move these. There we go. Hello, I'm back. Okay, so that is... Oh, I've got some spares as well, which I'll have to put in my spares tin. 1 second again. There we go. Got a little tin here that I keep all my spare bricks in, and we've got a little handful of those from this set. There we are, there's all the spares. Pop them in the tin. And that is the end of the Lego building section. Obviously, I'm not going to end the stream yet. There's still plenty more for us to discuss, but one more time just to show you, here is the Chrysanthemum, which we built on stream today. Here is the Plum Blossom, and here is the Bamboo. So the only set that I need in this range now is the Mini Orchid, which hopefully I'll get fairly soon, and then we'll complete the collection. Let me just pop those all off to one side there. There we go. I'll just... There we go. Okay. So, I need a drink. So that is the end of the Lego build. Let's put these to one side. But of course we're not going to end the stream just yet. We're only an hour and 20 minutes in, so I will continue with the usual Q&A section. If there's any questions that you would like to ask me, please by all means go right ahead. I will also do a little bit, sorry for adjusting my boobs. I will also do a little bit of a room tour and just, you know, show you some of the other new bits and pieces that I have around the room, because there's quite a few bits that you will not have seen since the last time I did one of these streams. But yeah, I'm just going to take a minute just to have a breather though, because I've been talking for nearly an hour straight non-stop. So just let me, you know, just take a breath. I might go and open a window actually. It's a hot day and my windows are shut, so I'll go and open a window, let a bit of fresh air in, and then we'll get on with the room tour section of the video. So back in a tick. Oh, there we go. Oh, I can put my chair back up now as well. I had it down. There we are. PutMac10 says, is your dad sad, buddy? Nope, my dad is incredibly proud of me. Thank you for your concern, PutMac10. In fact, actually, I was going to show you the present that my dad got me for my birthday, which was last week. We'll get to that in a minute when we do the room tour section. But yes, my dad and indeed my mum and indeed my stepmom are all incredibly supportive. Everyone in my family has been very supportive of my transition, which is incredible. I've been very, very lucky in that regard. So yes, thank you for your concern. My dad's very proud. Can I ask what he's proud about? Just curious. I mean, he's probably proud because he's got 4 kids who are all incredible people. Not to blow my own horn, but I am one of those incredible people. But there are 3 others. And also I have a brother who is not my dad's kid as well. My dad's proud of all his kids. Have they all changed team? Nope, just me. I am the only trans person in the family. Okay. Okay, it's at this point in the stream that we're going to say goodbye to PupMac. Thank you for joining. Let's do the room tour, shall we? So, will I switch cameras, or should I do? I'll keep this camera, and I'll just carry you around. So, first and foremost, the PC corner, pretty much unchanged from last time. And obviously, check out my PC setup tour, which is my second pinned video, if you want to know more about my setup, if you want to know about all of this good stuff over in this corner, all the simulation gear and stuff like that. Check out my second pinned video for the PC setup tour. There's also some Lego on my desk as well, nestled away here. There we go. Little robin's nest. That was a Christmas present from my sister, and you'll see it in the background of my live streams because it's always there on my desk. You can't really see it from this angle, but from this angle, where I actually film my live streams from, you can see it perfectly. So that's that. Then over here, we have, of course, the Lego Botanicals. We built the Chrysanthemum in today's stream, and there's the other 2. As you can see, they look absolutely fantastic as a bunch. You know, I love how they all match. They're just so brilliant together. I love all of those. Fantastic sets. Looking forward to getting the mini orchid to complete the trio, but we'll see what happens. Then behind me, I think everything is pretty much the same over on the Lego shelf, but just in case you've never seen them before, we have here the Lego Icons Kingfisher, the Lego TARDIS and Nostromo from Alien. Those are both mocks. The Lego Minecraft crafting table, the Speed Champions Lotus Evija, and the Lego Icons Vespa. And on their own shelves over here, we have the insect collection. We got the Blue Morpho Butterfly, the Mantis, and the Hercules Beetle. All fantastic builds there. So a lot of Lego over on this side of the room. Over on this side of the room, there's more Lego. These are actually new. This is the Tales of the Space Age. Ignore the scuff marks on the wall. It needs repainting. But this is the Lego Tales of the Space Age. And then above, we have the Lego Architecture World of Wonders. In fact, I will switch my camera around for these ones just so you can get a better view. So there's the Tales of the Space Age. It's like 4 postcard-sized builds which represent the landscapes of various different planets. And then up top, we got the Parthenon, Al-Khazneh, the Taj Mahal, and the Great Wall of China. Those are all from the Lego World of Wonders set, which I got with my reward points on Lego Insiders. Then, over here, there's even more. Over here, we have this absolute beast of a set. This was another present from my dad. This was actually a Christmas present for last Christmas. This is not real Lego, this is the tiny Lego. You can see the very, very tiny size of the bricks there. But it's an enormous Japanese temple. Really cool, really beautiful set. Thank you, Dad, for that one. That was my Christmas present. Absolutely love it. And that's, I think, everything in here right now in terms of Lego. Obviously, there are other sets dotted around the house. I've got some downstairs on top of my piano and in other rooms. But in terms of the Lego in my actual bedroom, that's everything. So there you are. You've had the whistle stop Lego tour. I will be doing another Lego tour video soon as well. If you want to actually see those a little bit better with some more information, you can expect to see that video come in later this week, now that I've got the Chrysanthemum built. Louis says, Saul, can you play Schedule 1? I'm playing it now. It's so fun and love to see you play it. I can check it out. I've never heard of that game, but I can certainly give it a go. Let me just, actually, I'm just going to very quickly make a note of that. There we go. I've made a note of it. I will take a look at it, and if it's the kind of thing that I'm interested in, I might play it, and may even stream it eventually. We'll see what happens. But thanks for the recommendation, Louis. Ipswich Town 100 says, can I ask what made you become trans? Big question. You've chosen the perfect day to ask it, because it is Trans Day of Visibility today. Big question that I have actually done a video about. If you check my pinned video, the very first video on my profile is basically me telling my story, how I realised I was trans, how I came out. That all happened about 4 years ago now that I came out. It's a very long story. It's a very complicated thing. So, like I say, I think the best way to answer the question is for you to watch that video, to be honest. Sorry if that's a little bit of a cop-out answer, but genuinely, I put so much time and effort into that video, so much passion into that video, and I think you'll get a better answer watching that video than me just talking off the top of my head right now. So please do go and check that video out. By the way, I genuinely, it's probably the proudest video that I've made. It's probably the one video that I'm most proud of out of everything that I've made on TikTok. Really, really genuinely proud of that one. So please do go and check that out. 1 second. There we go. Oh, okay. It's quite hot today, by the way. It has been quite warm recently, to be honest. The weather's been very unseasonably warm, which is both a blessing and a curse, you know, global warming and all that, but it's nice to have a bit of sun. I can't lie, it's nice for it to be nice and sunny. But yeah, it's sorry, I've got a little bit of on the corner of my lip. Hold on. There we go. So, what else is there? What else is there? Do you want to see my spider? Sorry for changing the subject abruptly, but I'm surprised no one's actually asked me yet, because normally every single stream I do, someone says, can we see the spider? And actually, she's out today. She's out and about. She's not hiding. She's actually, she's there right now. She's wandering about the enclosure right now. If you want to see her, let me know. Leave a comment. If you want to see the spider right now, I will take you to see the spider. She's not a very big spider. She's a jumping spider. She's about that big. But if you want to see her, you want to see my pet jumping spider Luna, let me know. I'll take you over there. I'll introduce you. Because people normally do. People normally are curious. Tom wants to see the spider. Dre Dog wants to see the spider. I think you want to see the spider, don't you guys? Okay, right. Let's do it then. Let's go and see the spider. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, very sunny. Here she is. Let me just flip the camera there. There she is. Hello, darling. Okay. It's not very good lighting. I'm wondering if I can get a, if I can get a better angle so you can see her a bit clearer. Oh, you can't really see her from there. She is there, but okay. Now, I don't want to scare her, but we might be able to open up and take a peek. There we go. There she is. If I can find somewhere to rest the camera for a second. I don't know why I'm tutting. I always do that. I always tut. You know, like when you do that to attract a cat. I always do it for her, which obviously doesn't work, but I just instinctively do it like I'm trying to call a cat. There she is. I wanted you to see her a little bit clearer, but unfortunately, I think that might be the best you're going to get because of where the sun is. I mean, I could move the enclosure, but I don't want to disturb her too much. Let's just rotate it carefully. There we go. Oh god, she's completely invisible. She is there. She's right there. And you can't see her at all. Okay, let's try turning it the other way. And then open this up. There we go. That's a lot clearer. So I don't know if she'll actually come any closer than that at the minute. I think she's sunbathing. But there she is. I'm almost tempted to try and feed her, but she's very particular about eating. I don't think she'd take any food today. I would love to actually show you what it's like to feed her and show you her eating on stream, but she definitely won't. Oh, she's looking. She is actually looking over right now. I don't know if you can tell on the stream, but she is looking at the camera. Hello, darling. Okay, I think what we'll do is I'll leave her. We'll just put this back there. There we go. But I'm going to keep my eye on her. And if she moves, if she comes a little bit closer to the front of the enclosure, we can go over and have another look. But I think that might be the best shot that we're going to get today. If you do want to see what she looks like actually up close, just check my profile. I've done a video about her, and I've also posted quite a few photos of her. In fact, I posted some photos of her just the other day, so do by all means check those out if you want to see her up close. I don't know if we'll get a close look at her in today's stream, but we'll see. We'll see. If she comes out in the next half an hour or so, then sure, I might be able to give you a closer look. Well, for now though, back to the Q&A. I don't know if anyone else has any more questions at this point. I feel like we might be past the question stage, but if anyone does want to ask me anything, go ahead. I'll be here for the next sort of half an hour or so, maybe. I don't want to make this a full 3-hour stream. There's not really that much for me to talk about. But if you do have anything else that you want to ask me, by all means, go ahead. It can be doesn't have to just be about me being trans. You know, it can be, but you know, I'll answer any questions. You know, if you want to ask me about hobbies and interests and stuff like that, I'm happy to talk about those as well. Obviously, you already know that I'm a big fan of Lego and a big fan of video games. So if you want to ask me any questions related to those, then by all means go ahead. But yeah, I think that's probably going to be it for the rest of the stream. We'll keep this going for another 20-25 minutes or so. See if anyone has any big questions to ask. If not, we'll end things at 5. But it's been a good stream. It's been a very good end of month stream. Like I say, I want to make a habit of doing these streams at the end of each month, just to sort of recap, you know, tell you what's been going on in my life and what I've got planned for next month and stuff like that. In fact, this would actually be a good time for me to talk about what I've got planned for next month, because I do have some big stuff planned for April. So in terms of streams, there's going to be plenty more live streams coming. I'm going to be playing more Euro Truck Simulator, some Minecraft, some Factorio, which I haven't played for ages, Farming Sim, etc, etc. I'm also going to do another Evening with Saul at the end of next month, which I did one just last week on Saturday, and it went very well. So I'll definitely be doing that again and picking a couple more games to play. I will be playing Terra Nil again, because it was a very popular game. Everyone seemed to like watching me play it, and it's a very big game, so there's plenty more content there. So what I'll do for the next Saturday evening stream is I'll pick 2 other games and then Terra Nil again. So that's coming. Lots of streams coming next month. In terms of videos, quite a lot of stuff planned there as well. So expect to see this week, either Friday or Saturday, depending on how quickly I can put it together. Expect to see the next Lego tour video, where I will be talking about the beautiful Chrysanthemum and the other builds in the Botanicals collection. Then the week after that, I'm going to the Peak District again, and I will be doing another Peak District video. I'll actually be going to Castleton this time, which if you watched my previous Peak District video, I went there at the very end, but I didn't have time to get much footage. So I'm going to be going to Castleton again, and I'll be making another Peak District video. So if you are a fan of the 17-minute Peak District video that I uploaded earlier this month, there'll be another one coming. Another video that I'm particularly proud of, by the way. I couldn't have imagined when I started TikTok that I'd be making 17-minute documentaries. But I'm very proud of it, and I'll definitely be doing more of that kind of stuff. So expect to see another Peak District video. Expect to see more piano videos. There is one cover in particular that I'm working on at the minute that I'm hoping to get out towards the end of the month. I don't want to do any spoilers. I never do any spoilers for my piano covers. I want them to be totally fresh, so I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be, but there will be at least one piano video coming next month. And there'll also be another video essay, a queer discussion video essay, which I don't know what it's going to be about yet. I haven't decided. I've narrowed it down to a couple of ideas, but we'll see what happens. I have a lot planned in terms of video essays. I want to talk about my name and why I chose to keep my name when I came out. I want to do a video about transmedicalism. That one might actually be the next one, because I've got some pretty strong feelings about that I'd like to talk about. There's a lot of that kind of content planned. Enough to keep us going throughout the summer, so don't worry. There'll be plenty of essay-style videos coming over the next few months as well. But apart from that, pretty much just business as usual. You know, lots of streams, lots of videos, lots of content in general will be coming from me, and there'll be something for everyone. If you like my piano videos, there's going to be more of that. If you like my Lego videos, there's going to be more of that. If you like my gaming live streams, there's going to be more of that. And if you like my queer discussion videos, there'll be more of that as well. So there's going to be more of everything. There's going to be something for everyone, as there always is. And I'm quite excited. I'm finally back into the swing of things this time. Because as you may recall, in sort of January and February, I really sort of slowed down my content production. I didn't really have much motivation, but I'm back in the zone now. I'm very much back in the zone. I'm very motivated at the minute to make content. So, like I say, just expect to see a lot of stuff coming. That's all. We'll leave it at that. Real Sylvanus says, have you played Dying Light? I haven't played Dying Light. I have heard very good things about it, so it's definitely something that I'd consider checking out, but I haven't actually played it, no. Skyrack says, Euro Truck, yes, I will be playing Euro Truck Simulator tomorrow, actually. I'll be doing some more Truckers MP, and there'll be plenty of more... excuse me. There'll be plenty... there'll be plenty of other... I got a tickle in my throat. I don't know why. There'll be plenty of other Euro Truck streams coming, is what I was trying to say. I'm never going to stop doing Euro Truck streams. It's a very popular game. It's a very fun game. I love to play it. You love to watch it. Don't expect the Euro Truck streams to ever end. They're just going to keep on coming for until I drop dead, basically. So yeah, there'll definitely be more Euro Truck. I will be playing it tomorrow. I'd like to play other trucking games as well, though. I do want to play more SnowRunner, which we tried last Christmas. I do want to play a bit more of that. And I might bite the bullet and do American Truck Simulator as well. I'm still very much on the fence about it because I'm not a big fan of the American style of trucking in general. I don't like big rigs and cab forwards and stuff like that. I very much prefer European-style trucking, cab overs, and all the tight little mountain roads and stuff like that. But I am it is very highly requested that I play American Truck Simulator. So maybe, I'm not making any promises, but maybe I will bite the bullet and just say, you know what, I'll just buy American Truck Simulator and we'll give it a try. Because clearly people want to see it. And if I don't enjoy it, so be it. You know, it's not a very expensive game at the end of the day, so it might be worth just doing anyway. But we will, like I say, we'll see what happens with that. Euro Truck, 100%. American Truck Simulator, maybe. I'll think about it. Depends how I feel. I accidentally tabbed out there for a second. Oh, hold on. I think she might be on the move. I can't see it. I'm going to go down a little bit. There we go. Just so that I can see her properly. Okay. She's still sat in the same position. I really do hope she is going to move, because I really want to get... Ooh, whoops. My phone fell over there. I don't think I've ever actually managed to capture her on stream, apart from when we first got her, like when I unboxed her way back in September. I don't think we've ever actually managed to catch footage of her on stream. So hopefully, fingers crossed, today might be the day. But I somehow doubt it, to be honest. She kind of has a habit of, as soon as the camera starts rolling, she doesn't want to be seen. She's cowering away in a corner, not letting anyone get a look. But, you know, she's likes her privacy. In case you've just joined the stream, by the way, I am talking about a spider. So I'm not like pointing my camera at a woman over the street or anything. The she that I'm referring to is my pet spider. But yeah, she's I mean, she's sunbathing, you know, it's a nice hot day. I don't blame her. She does like sunbathing, which I don't know if that's a general thing that spiders do. My previous jumping spiders haven't really been um, that prone to do it, but Luna in particular, she absolutely loves sunbathing. She's always out in the sun on a nice day, and like I say, can't really blame her, can you? But I think she might actually be looking at me. I don't know how far can jumping spiders see. If anyone out there knows, if anyone out there is a little bit more of an expert on the matter than me, uh, what's how far can a jumping spider see? I would say I'm about 3 meters away from her right now. I'd say that's about how far it is from this side of the room to the other. Can they see more than 3 meters? Can she actually see me over here? I don't know, but it looks like she's looking at me, so who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm rambling. Let's get back to whatever we were talking about before. Nothing, as it turns out. Okay. Any more questions? We are coming up to 5 o'clock, and I was planning on ending the stream at 5 o'clock, so there's only really like 10 minutes left anyway. But if anyone does have any more questions that they want to get in just before we wrap things up, by all means, go ahead. Sorry, I was just distracted. I think that might be it. I think we might have we might have got to the end of the questions. There's no more questions. Normally, I get so many questions that I have to just say, right, that's enough. Stop asking. But you know, today's not one of those days. Apparently, I mean, it's like I say, it's a nice day. Maybe people have got better things to do. You know, that's fair enough. You see now why I was building the Lego earlier in the stream as well, because there's really not anything else to do. The thing about the Lego building is when I'm not answering questions, I've still got the Lego to build, so it doesn't feel as awkward. Whereas right now, the space between questions, I'm kind of just not doing anything, so it does become quite awkward. That's why I like building Lego on stream. I like having something to do just to keep my hands busy, so that when I'm not answering questions, I'm at least doing something, you know. But yeah, unfortunately, there's no more Lego to build. We finished it. We've built all the Lego that there is to build. All the Lego that currently I have in the house is done. So user 28803291393 says, keep loving yourself. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Scotty Dog says, 1 hour of Euro Truck. Oh, I'd love to, but not today. Not today. Join me tomorrow for Euro Truck. I will be playing Euro Truck Simulator tomorrow. I'll be playing on Truckers MP again. I was actually thinking, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I was thinking of maybe doing pro mods with Truckers MP, because there is a Truckers MP server especially for pro mods. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but it was just something that I thought, you know, maybe I'll give that a try at some point. But we will be playing on Simulation 1 again tomorrow, which is always the busiest one. Last week there were about 3,000 players online, and it was a very fun experience, so I'll definitely be doing that again tomorrow. But yeah, very excited, as always, to play Euro Truck. Charlie says, smash the Lego and rebuild. Well, That is an option, and actually, now that you mention it, I do have a Lego set that is damaged and that I need to put back together. I'm not going to do that on stream, um, but I do actually have a sort of half-built set because it fell apart. So maybe I could do that just to while away the hours later on. We'll see. Hmm. She's still not moving. I want to. I think. I think we'll go over there again. I think we'll. I'll take you over there. One last attempt to get a nice close look at her, and if not, we'll just call it a day. Let's go. Let's go over. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. There she is. Oh, she jumped a little bit there. Oh, there we go. In fact, I'll rotate the enclosure again, just so that you can see her in better light. Oh, there we go. There she is. Luna. She might be asleep, actually. She doesn't seem to be moving too much at the minute. I'm not going to tap the glass, by the way. Don't tap the glass. It just stresses them out. But normally, if you just touch the glass, just put your fingers against the glass, sometimes they notice you. Yeah, she doesn't seem to be noticing me. I think she's probably asleep. You can see there, I'm wiggling my fingers, waving my hand, and she's taking no notice, so she is probably asleep right now. You can't really tell when they're asleep or awake because they don't have eyelids, so their eyes are open all the time, even when they're sleeping. The only way you can really tell if they're in like rest mode is when you try to get a reaction from them and they don't respond. But yeah, I think she's probably resting right now. Of course, spiders don't actually sleep, technically speaking. Not in the same way that we do. Oh, she did move a little bit just then. It's more like a low power mode kind of thing, more like a sleep mode on a computer. But yeah, they don't really sleep the same way that we do. But they do rest, obviously. Every animal's got to rest, so... Thank you for the gift, by the way, user 288032913943. Thanks for the Easter potatoes. Let's see if she's going to react now. She's definitely looking in that direction. Let's... There we go. That's a little bit better. Hello, darling. But not much of a reaction apart from that. Like I say, she's sunbathing. Sometimes she's very active. Sometimes she just wants to chill in the sun. And who doesn't, to be honest? You know, can't really blame her for that. But today's one of those days where she just wants to chill in the sun. So... I think we probably best leave her to it. I don't think we're going to get much out of her today. So let's just turn the enclosure back around so that she's in the sun where she wants to be. There we go. Everyone say bye because we're going to leave her now. Oh, she moved. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, I really don't think we're going to get much more out of her than that, unfortunately. So that's as good as you're going to get for today. Like I say, she's a bit of a diva. As soon as the cameras start rolling, she doesn't want to know. But she is absolutely gorgeous, and just to reiterate one more time, I do have many close-up photos of her on my profile if you want to see what she actually looks like up close. She has yet to properly appear on a live stream. She just, as soon as the cameras are rolling, she's out of there. She doesn't want people to see her. But there she is, one last time. That was Luna, my Phidippus ardens jumping spider. And with that, I think we're probably going to end the stream. There's not really anything else to do, I've answered all the questions that we've had today. Some nice questions, by the way. Thanks very much, everyone who has asked questions today. We did a bit of a room tour. We've seen the spider. And, of course, we have built this wonderful Lego Chrysanthemum, which was a lot of fun and absolutely gorgeous set. Thank you for joining me for the Lego building portion of the stream. But there's not really much else to do. So unless anyone has any final questions that they want to ask me, we'll wrap things up there. So this is your last chance. If you have anything you want to put to me, any questions you want to ask, go ahead. And if anyone's going to ask the question, what are you drinking? Monster, of course. Original Monster. Pronoun says NR, she, her. Thank you very much for asking, NR. Thanks for the rose, by the way. User 28803291393. Very kind of you. Sorry, it went down the wrong hole there. No hate, just wondering. No, that's absolutely fine. You don't know if you don't ask, right? Normally I do have it in my bio, but I changed the description of today's stream just because it's Trans Day of Visibility. But it should... Actually, no, I don't have my pronoun. I don't have them in the description of the stream, but I do have them in my TikTok bio. So, like, if you go through to where my profile is, it says them there, but not in the description of the stream, actually. But thank you for asking, all the same. I'm a little bit disappointed that we're not going to get to see Luna up close today. I really thought this was going to be the day, because she was actually very active before the stream started as well. But of course, as soon as the cameras are rolling, that's it. Maybe next time, eh? Maybe next time. It's going to be a whole month before I do another one of these style streams, so... Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Well, I think that's it. I think that's everything, it's... We've come to a natural end point of the stream. In fact, we came to a natural end point about 20 minutes ago. I've just been trying to pad it out to 5 o'clock so I could end the stream at the planned ending time, which we have now arrived at. So thank you for enduring the last 20 minutes of padding. This is where I'm going to end the stream. Thank you very, very much, everyone, for joining. I've had a good time. It's been very fun building the Lego Chrysanthemum. And once again, I will be doing a review, not a review video, I'll be doing a Lego tour later in the week where I will show off this, and many more. If you want to see all of these Lego sets and more, the next Lego tour video is coming later this week. And of course, in terms of live streams, Euro Truck tomorrow, Factorio on Thursday, and possibly a weekend stream as well, but I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll see what happens. But that is it. That's everything for today. Thank you very much for joining, everyone. I've had a very nice time. Hopefully you have as well. Thanks everyone who sent gifts today and who followed. Speaking of followers, thank you user 288032913943 who has just followed. Thank you very much. Again, thanks everyone who's sent gifts, and thank you everyone for asking whatever questions you've asked today. I would, at this point, shout out my Patreons, but as you can see, the Patreon board is blank at the minute, not because I don't have any Patreons, but because I rubbed the names off and forgot to write them back on again. But if the names were here right now, they would be Kate, Sophie, Jess, and Daniel. So thank you, Kate, Sophie, Jess, and Daniel, for supporting me on Patreon. Sorry your names aren't on the board today. I will get that sorted before tomorrow's Euro Truck stream. If you want to support me on Patreon, it only costs £1 a month. There's a link in my bio, and you get access to behind-the-scenes content. Occasionally, when I can put some together, which is not very often, I will admit, but it's only £1 a month. You know what do you expect? And you'll get your name on this board with the other names when I eventually write them back on again. So you know, give me £1 and I'll write your name on this board. Basically, that's it. Link in bio for that. Thanks for following Ryan Davies 6250. Again, thanks everyone for being here today. I've had a wonderful time, and I will see you tomorrow for Truckers MP in Euro Truck Simulator. So, exciting stuff. That's it. Goodbye from me. Goodbye from Luna, who is not actually going to say goodbye to you because she doesn't like to be on camera. But goodbye from Luna as well. See you tomorrow for Euro Truck. If you don't like Euro Truck, join me on Thursday for Factorio. If you don't like the Factorio, join me on whenever the next live stream after that is. And, you know, make sure you're followed so that you get notified when I post videos about stuff that you might be interested in, such as Lego, piano covers, queer discussions, etc., etc. You get the picture. All the usual stuff. Thank you very much. Have a lovely night, says LJ. Thank you very much, LJ. Same to you guys. Everyone have a wonderful Monday afternoon, sorry. It is an absolutely gorgeous day outside, so, you know, go ahead and appreciate it. I think I will probably appreciate it a little bit before it starts to get dark. And once again, thank you all for joining. Bye-bye, everybody.